Let's say you bought a new budget GPU for gaming and it's pretty good for the price, but now you decided to tap into some AI generations and you got an out-of-memory message. Well, it turns out that in the realm of budget GPUs, the best GPUs for gaming are the exact worst for AI. So in this video, I'll show all the GPUs to avoid if you are considering to run any type of local AI. And at the end, I'll give you my top 3 personal choices. So let's begin. First, we need to address the elephant in the room. There are actually 2 elephants, one blue and one red. That's right. Stay away from AMD and Intel for AI. Yes, I know it's possible to run most models, but unless you're planning to get a headache, you should avoid them. Their drivers and softwares are not as mature as Nvidia's, and some models can only be run on CUDA, not to mention the speed. With that out of the way, let's talk VRAM. Avoid all cards with less than 12 GB of VRAM. No exception. With 6 or 8 GB, you'll only be able to run Stable Diffusion SDXL with some prayers, but that's not gonna cut it today. The state-of-the-art models are Flux and Qwen for image, and WAN for video. So if you want to edit an image with Qwen Image Edit, for example, it's 20 billion parameters in size, meaning the full model has around 40 gigabytes. The FP8 or Q8 has around 20 gigabytes and the Q4 just below 12. The entire model should fit on your VRAM for best performance. And below Q4, the quality begins to degrade way too much. Even though it's possible to run with lower VRAM, you'll fill up your CPU RAM and the generations will get much slower. Now, the GPUs with less than 12 gigabytes to avoid are the 3050, the 3060 8 gigabytes, 3070, 3070 Ti, 3080 10 gigabytes, 4060, 4060 Ti 8 gigabytes, and 5060 8 gigabytes. Now, VRAM is good and all, but what's the point if it's way too expensive? Now we're entering a category where the more expensive the GPU, the worse. Yes, let me explain. Bandwidth and clock speed can speed up your generations, but you can't use them if you can't even fit the model on your card at all. So if you have more money, don't buy a faster card, buy a bigger card. Here's where the cost per gigabyte of VRAM comes into play. For a gamer, this could be completely irrelevant since most games fit in most modern GPUs. But for AI, the more VRAM, the better. The GPUs to avoid in the poor cost per VRAM value are the 3080 Ti, the 4080, 5070 and 5080. And now these are my personal favorites when it comes to budget GPU for AI. Coming in hot, my favorite of favorites and king of budget GPU for AI, the 3060 12 gigabytes. Yes, you can find this one for less than $300 online, and there's not even much to say. It's a pretty good choice for beginners in AI. In second place, the 5060 Ti 16 gigabytes. With 4 gigabytes more than the 3060, this card is still pretty cheap, around $400, but you will have a 50 series card along with the latest features that Nvidia can offer. If you need even more VRAM but don't want to sell your left eye, there's nothing better than a dual 3060 setup. It's 24 gigabytes for around $500-ish. Better than that, only a used 3090 in case you really need to go faster. And that's it, guys. There's nothing more I know about GPUs. I hope this guide can help you avoid getting your pocket ripped, or even worse, like buying the wrong tool. All of the GPUs I've mentioned will be in the description in case you wanna see more info. So let me know what you think and don't forget to subscribe.